I thought we'd start this one out with some rants from Trump and friends.
They spied on my campaign, launched one hoax and disinformation operation after another. I'm also approving new dishwashers that give you more water so you can actually wash and rinse your dishes. I brought back the old light bulb.
Musk's plans to slash federal spending.
Now, I'm going to play you something else. This is about Social Security. And let's listen to somebody that we used to have as a president.
To rely on Social Security to survive. To survive. Not just the physical side, it's the mental side. It's the mental side. You make sure folks get the benefits they earn after a lifetime of hard work. And Social Security is more than a government program. It's a sacred promise. We made it today, a sacred promise. 73 million Americans receive Social Security. From their first paycheck through their entire life, they pay into Social Security. And in return, they count on Social Security to be for them when they're going to need it. Folks must never ever betray that trust or turn our backs on that obligation. That's why during my presidency, we protected Social Security and made it stronger. Martin, the governor, can tell you. We came into office, Social Security Administration had its lowest staffing, she referenced it, lowest staffing levels in 50 years. And demand was going through the roof because of my generation and the baby boom generation reaching the retirement age. So the demands on Social Security increased significantly. Our administration secured nearly $2 billion to reduce the backlogs and improve customer service. We slashed wait times for folks in need who are calling the 1-800 number. We got it down to under 13 minutes. It used to be 3 times that long when we took office. Made it easier for people to get help with their claims online. Reduced how long it takes to review a case. We strengthened the anti-fraud measures to protect people's identities and to make sure benefits are going to people who actually they belong to. By the way, those 300-year-old people getting that Social Security, I want to meet them because I like to figure out how they live that. A hell of a thing, man. I'm looking for longevity because it's hell when you turn 40 years old.
Which one would you rather listen to? Which one do you think is really honest? Made Social Security better. He made it more secure. He added more personnel to it so that they could answer phones and make the whole operation more efficient. That's what a good president does. I mean, he doesn't talk well. He doesn't make speeches well. He certainly doesn't rant. And Trump he's going to destroy Social Security. He's dropping off all the new employees that they got so that they could answer phones, they could do a better job. He's getting rid of those. He'll probably get rid of a whole bunch more. They'll say, "Oh, you have Social Security? Yeah, you're good. You just can't get through to them. And if you ever have a problem, you can't get through. You won't be able to get through to these people that need to help you. And the internet won't work right. It almost never does without quite a lot of time before the bugs get out of it. And so Elon Musk and his supercomputer guys are not going to make it any better." And here's another video I got with Grassley. He's having a town hall. And I want you to listen to this woman talk about Social Security. I'll play part of this thing and we'll talk a little bit about it.
I've got questions. There's one thing I think that you could do without having to introduce a bill or do anything else is to stand up for the people in this country.
Yes.
We all paid into our Social Security.
Yes.
Our employers paid into it. Yeah. We paid into Medicare. Stop the use of the word entitlement.
Yes.
That would be one step that if you just use the right language, this is not an entitlement. We're not getting this because we exist. We're getting it because of the faith we put in the country, the Treasury, every legislator. that we would pay into our Social Security. We would have it when we retired. We paid into Medicare. All of our employers and self-employed people paid double. They paid the employer part. So farmers, anybody who did this. So stop the use of the word entitlement because it's insulting to all of us.
Earned benefit.
Every single person elected to Congress should stop the use of that word and insist that it not be used.
So maybe she's just saying, please stop calling us entitled people because we're not entitled. And that's, the word's fine, and it does make a difference.
30 years old to 59 has to prove that they're working, that they're worth the benefits they get, but we can't talk about taxing the ultra rich because we might be losing money on somebody that's getting food stamps in a town like this. Where are they going to work? How are they going to prove
You got to have jobs.
that they have a job and the transportation to go get your job? So
Childcare.
I think the general population is sick and tired of hearing about the tax cuts for the wealthy, the ultra wealthy, the uber rich, whatever you want to call them. When you start nitpicking about whether some single mom or single dad or somebody with somebody in prison is getting $70 too much food stamps, it doesn't even buy you anything at the grocery store.
You're asking me if we're going to cut Social Security? No.
I asked if you could stop using the word entitlement, admit that we paid into it, and just fund it fully. And do whatever taxing you have to do at the top.
Exactly.
Yes. Why should somebody reach 200,000, 250,000 a year and say, I don't have to pay Social Security taxes on that anymore, when I have to pay it for every dime I ever earned because I never earned over that amount?
She echoes what almost everybody wants. Everybody kind of looks at it like this. You're some guy getting maybe too much money for food stamps, which means $50, $80, $100, something like that. And you've got these super rich that are paying infinitesimal amounts of tax, if any at all. And she's just telling them, damn it, take it from the rich. And, we all think this. We all think this is how it should be. The rich pay more than the poor. You start making a bunch of money and then they stop taking out Social Security. I realize they can only take out, there's a limit to how much they can take out. But as they keep making more and more money, they have more obligation to support the country that supported them. And not everybody has those chances. Not everybody can get that stuff. And maybe they're not smart enough. Maybe they're too busy raising a family. But maybe I think she's really right about maybe we should tax the rich a little more. Okay, everybody will have all the reasons why you can't do that. They'll take the money somewhere else and all that sort of stuff. There's ways to deal with that. And I think we should take to heart what that woman said. Okay, sit on this one.